Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another episode of the Falling Back to Basics series. Today's a little bit different. It's just a process video using my How to Kill a Kit with Style for September. As you guys know, I kind of went with a fall color scheme, but for today's video, the Falling Back to Basics part is going back to basic size. Back in the day, everyone used to scrapbook 8.5 by 11. I know some people still do, and if you're looking for some 8.5 by 11 inspiration, here's a very simple layout you could scrap lift, take inspiration of for color scheme design, all sorts of things. So a basic layout to share with you guys today. I know I haven't been doing as many process videos, but I hope you guys still enjoy this one. This is a single photo layout, and I just have this photo that I took at the airport. This was the first time I had traveled since we moved to Florida for work. So this was the first time that I was in the Orlando airport for work. So I'm going to layer this photo on top of a couple different pieces of pattern paper from the DCWV Trade Winds collection that I included in my kit. Some really regal colors in here that kind of match the floorboard pattern that I'd captured in this photo. Now I also pulled out a simple map color scheme there. That's that last one that's now currently laying horizontally instead of vertically, and I really wanted the map on there since this is a travel page, although the photo itself does not scream travel. There's nothing there. And this sort of photo is sometimes hard to scrapbook, especially when there's a heavy theme but it's not evident in the photo. Sometimes it's hard to get that going at first, so I started with that map paper, and I'll bring in some other elements that help with that later on. Also in my kit is this fun magic mesh. Now this is also a really old supply. If you guys remember, this used to be way more popular. It's like, I think it's called magnetic mesh. I know some of you have heard of it because I've used it before and you guys said that you had. So I thought it'd be really fun to use that as another texture piece to this layout. And what's really fun is it kind of matches the grid work that's in the photo as well. So it kind of matches that in the background. I'm already starting to work on my title because as I was looking through my kit elements, I saw this word happy. Now this is actually from a fall collection, and I'm going to make it part of this, non-fall themed layout. And I have these sort of matching, beautiful cranberry colored tiny word letter stickers, that I'll be using as the other part of my title. And I did look at some washi tape strips, and while I thought about including some, I don't end up including any. I just thought they were adding too many layers, and this layout was getting a little bit too busy for my liking, especially when working with such a small work surface. You want to make sure that you don't have something that's too busy that makes the viewer sort of contemplate where to look first. As you're looking through your stash kit or your stash in general while trying to make a page, I think the easiest points to start at are either mood and feel or for color. It really depends on what you want for your layout. Obviously, some moods and feels are much easier to capture than others. For example, travel has a lot of different icons you can use, such as airplanes, globes, suitcases, or fall has leaves, pumpkins, etc., while other ones will be a little bit harder to document depending on what you're doing. So as I'm gluing this down with my ATG tape, I'm just going to make sure everything's stuck in place. And I also want to make sure that I'm leaving some room for some journaling later on. So you'll see me kind of move this title around just a little bit to see where I want to put that and the secondary section of that title. I also have a couple more elements that I'm going to bring in from my stash kit that I wanted to add. I have this little day one sticker that I have that I thought was really cute, and that is from K & Company, and that matches the border stickers that I actually have, or the corner stickers rather, on the bottom top right and bottom right. And I only used two because I thought that'd be more impactful than trying to cover up some of the other elements on the left hand side. So I'm going to finish gluing all the pieces down that I already have committed to a spot, and then we'll continue to embellish around them. I know a lot of different people like to do different methods for embellishing. Some like to not glue anything down and sort of work through their embellishments as they go. I tend to glue down the layers, including the photo, and then embellish it after. Sometimes I do pull up the photo, trying to stick stuff underneath it to give it more layers, but it really depends on the look I'm going for on a layout. In this case today, we will not be ripping anything up that I already glued down because I have a good plan on what I want to do on this layout. Now I will say I did struggle with this layout. I have not done 8.5 by 11 layout in so long. I really do like this size, and if you guys know, I only print 4 by 6 photos, so 8.5 by 11 are great inserts to my normal 12 by 12 albums. And I really do like them, and I know a lot of people are starting to get back into them to save space for their scrapbooks. as they continue to scrapbook. So I'm going to also add some foam adhesive to the back of my title piece here. So this Happy, which is from Pretty Little Studio, will be on some foam adhesive just to give it a little bit more dimension and texture. And you guys saw there earlier that I pulled out a new set of sticker ephemera pieces, and those are from Recollections. And I didn't have any travel themed things really in this kit, so I decided to bring in these puffy stickers and other elements from that section and use those to help, you know, promote the theme of this layout. So the rest of my title is just going to be Happy Traveler, and I almost spell it wrong, which is funny because I often do that when I'm scrapbooking and filming it, is I'll totally forget how to spell certain words, which has been noted before, but I got that one done. Good for me. And as I continue to do this, I find that I'm lacking something. This layout doesn't look great in my mind. I think it's just a little bit boring. So I looked through more of these pieces. None of them really work. I looked through my kit a bunch. I thought about using some of these camera stickers, and I didn't like the way those looked either. So I was just really struggling with what to do, and I didn't want too much. I just wanted something simple. So that's when I got the idea to use something that I just used recently in last month's kit, was this My Mind's Eye stamp set. And I really don't mind repeating stamp sets on layouts so often because I'm usually not scrapbooking the same thing that I scrapbooked last time I used these stamps. So I pull out this one first, and it's just a little luggage, and I thought it'd look cute in the bottom left. Although my luggage isn't photographed here, I did have some, so you know, it's nice to document something like that as well. And then I decided that I want to keep up this little stamping idea and stamp a couple more icons in here. The ink that I'm using is the VersaFine black ink. It's one of my favorite inks currently. I used to be a huge Memento fan, but now I'm into VersaFine. And I end up stamping this sort of skyscraper building. I thought it'd be good because I was going to Baltimore during this trip. And then lastly, I get a plane because this is an airport, and I thought it'd look nice next to those flight boarding pass sticker that I put on there. And it does add a lot of contrast to this layout as well, which is really nice because it does have that stark blackness against the brown background, which I think is great. So then if I added some black typed out journaling or black handwritten journaling underneath the title, it would be the perfect segue to include that color on this layout. But that means the layout is almost complete, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial for the Falling Back to Basics series and for my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. I know it's simple, but simple is sometimes great, and we still got stamping on there. This still had a lot going on despite it being a smaller format and a less busy layout. So here I was looking for one more element to add, whether that be enamel dots or sequins. I end up going for some cork pieces that are in my stash kit. Now these are gold foiled, which is nice. There's no foil currently on this page, so I end up going with some gold foil. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have anything you'd like to see or have me cover during the Falling Back to Basics series, please leave it in the comments down below so I know what you guys would like to see. But there are clustering videos coming soon and go-to designs coming soon, but I'll also have some of these more educational process videos in here for you guys as well. And here's the close-up of the final layout. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!